it makes other decisions in life so much easier, right? Like if you're getting ready for a presentation, if you're doing surgery, whatever it may be, you can get your mind where it needs to be. It's so funny because I have some surgeons come to me for shooting practice, and we do the signature test. I'm like, do you hack on people with a scalpel like that, Doc? And they're like, no. I'm like, how about we buckle down and do it like you may do a cut, an incision? Like, oh, okay, I get it now, right? So it's interesting. Any type of precision professional that has to do a movement in a high-stress event, how do you get yourself to concentrate? And it's even more important when you're on the instructor end of things. How do you get this other person to do it, right? Getting them to talk themselves through it, getting them to make the decisions. And that's what we've done. We've mapped all this stuff out so you can get other people to do it for themselves. And it's, we just use archery because, like you said, there's nothing like it.
Nothing.
It is such a crazy thing to be able to control a movement that causes an explosion.
What's fascinating to me is it's made my rifle shooting so much better.
Yeah,
like, I'm so confident with a rifle.
Yeah.
When I was zoom in on something with a rifle, when I'm looking down that scope and I've got that crosshairs on it, I know all I have to do is just pull, 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 pull. And especially if I have a rest.
Oh, sure.
Like if I'm prone and I'm like laying the rifle over my backpack and, you have all these points of contact, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
It's so different. And that the difficulty of archery, it enhances and educates all these different aspects of your life when it comes to dealing with stressful, high-pressure situations.
Right.
It makes you stay in the moment because you have to stay in the moment in stand-up comedy too. When you're doing stand-up comedy, you can't think like, oh, I hope they laugh at this next one. Oh, I hope I don't fuck this joke up. Right, oh, I might be losing the crowd. You can't think any of that. You have to be, if I'm talking about coffee or something like that, whatever I'm talking about on stage, I have to be thinking about that coffee. If I'm not, that audience knows it. They smell it. They're animals. They're like, this motherfucker's not even thinking about what he's talking about. They know. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing. Like you have to be in that mindset. And I've had shows before where maybe I was too relaxed or too confident or too whatever, and then you'll stumble a little bit. And then you got to reestablish where you're at, and you got to stay. And you're like, uh-oh, we're losing control here. You might have fucked that joke up.
Right.
Get back in the mindset.
Yeah.
Think about what you're talking about. Bring these people back to you. Get in there. And it's kind of, it applies to so many high pressure situations, is that the mind gets away from you.
Yeah.
You see it in traffic accidents where people panic and they hit the gas instead of the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
Or they just they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They freak out because they can't stay calm in the movement, in the moment, and just concentrate on what they're supposed to be doing rather than the desired result they want to achieve.
Yeah.
And that's why I think archery is one of the ultimate proving grounds for mental control.